So in this video, we are going to learn how to add gravity form submission in MongoDB. Let's say you own a real estate business and to get some real estate lead, you have created an online form using gravity forms. Now you want that whenever you receive a new form submission, a new response using gravity forms, you want to add the form responses in MongoDB so you can use that data in your database or some other platform as well. Now, if you want to know how you can completely automate this process, then let me tell you, you can do it with Pabbly Connect. So with a simple Pabbly Connect automation, you can automatically send the new form submission received on Gravity Forms and with the same responses, create a record in MongoDB. Now, if you want to learn how you can set up this complete automation all by yourself, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is the form which I have created using Gravity Forms. Now I want that whenever we are going to receive a new form submission, we are going to receive a new response in this form, we want to add the same form responses in our MongoDB database. So in MongoDB, I have created a database named as Real Estate Lead and a collection named as Gravity Forms. And in this particular database, in this collection, we want to add the Gravity Form leads. Now to do this, we have to connect Gravity Forms with MongoDB. And we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration platform. Now to get started with Pabbly Connect, just click on this Create Workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I would like to name my workflow as Gravity Forms to MongoDB. You can basically give any other name of your choice. Then just select the folder of the Pabbly Connect account in which you want to set up this automation and click on Create. And as you click on Create, here you can see the workflow will open in front of us. In this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger step. Now the idea here is, first, we are going to connect the form which we have created using Gravity Forms with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step. So that whenever we are going to receive a new form submission, a new form response over here, the same form responses are received inside Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow will trigger. And after that, using this Pabbly Connect automation, whenever we are going to receive a new form submission, the same form responses will be sent to MongoDB and that new data will be added over there. So let's see how it is done. Starting from the trigger step, here in Choose app, we are going to search for Gravity Forms and select it. After selecting Gravity Forms, in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New Response. After selecting this trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And now using this webhook URL, we are going to connect the Gravity Form with Pabbly Connect. Now to add this webhook URL in Gravity Forms, just copy this webhook URL from here and go to the form which we have created in Gravity Forms. We have to open this form in edit mode and then just go to settings and from this drop down, select webhooks over here. After selecting webhooks, just click on this add new button and then we have to add this webhook URL. Let's give this webhook a name. Let's say I'll name it as Pabbly Connect. And here in request URL, we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. Just copy it from here and paste it over here. The request method will be post and the format will be JSON. Now we don't have to make any changes in rest of the fields. Just click on Save Settings. And as you click on Save Settings, here you can see this webhook URL is now added in this form. Now after adding the webhook URL, here in our Pabbly Connect workflow, you can see it is showing us waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to capture some response of a new form submission from Gravity Forms. So let's do it. We'll go back to the same form which we have created in Gravity Form and open this form in preview mode. Or we'll just get the share link and open it in a new tab. And now we are going to make a test form submission. Let's say the name of the person is demo user. This is the email address over here. And after that, this is a dummy mobile number of the user. The preferred property types, for example, an apartment. Then the budget range is, for example, $100,000 to $200,000 and preferred city is, for example, Delhi. Let's click on submit. So as we click on submit, here you can see in Gravity Forms, we have received a new form submission, a new response. And because we have connected this Gravity Form with Pabbly Connect, we will see in our Pabbly Connect workflow in this trigger step, we have received the response. And in this response, you can see the exact same detail. You can see the same price range, same type of apartment, same mobile number of the lead, email address of the lead. We'll scroll down further and we'll get other details as well. We have the same preferred city, first name and last name as well. So in this way, all the details of the form submission or form responses are received inside Pabbly Connect, and step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully connected Gravity Forms with Pabbly Connect and captured the form response. Now after this, let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to add these same form responses in MongoDB. For that, we will scroll down, come to this Actions tab, and here in Choose App, we will search for MongoDB. Just select it. After selecting MongoDB, an action event from the drop-down, select the action event as Create Record. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here, we have to connect our MongoDB account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the connection string of our MongoDB account, of our MongoDB cluster. Now the connection string will be something like this. Now you must be thinking how you will get this connection string. So for that, what we have to do, first we'll go to a MongoDB account. From the left sidebar, we'll go to network access. And first we have to enter or add the current system, the current computer or the PC you are using. You have to add the current IP address. Click on this add IP address button, select add current IP address and click on confirm. And here you can see that the current IP address is being added in our MongoDB account. Now after adding this IP address, what we have to do, we have to connect the cluster in MongoDB with Pabbly Connect. So currently the status of this IP address adding is pending over here. Let's wait for a few seconds and it is active now. Now after adding your current IP, we'll go to clusters, and after coming to clusters, click on this connect button. So this is the cluster in which we have created the database. So I'm selecting this cluster. After clicking on connect, click on drivers, scroll down, and this is the connection string. We just have to copy the connection string from here and go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. Now after pasting this connection string, as it is mentioned in the example below, we have to enter the username and password of our MongoDB cluster which we have created. So here you can see I have the username. I'll just have to enter the password over here. And after entering the username and password, after .NET/ and before this question mark retry writes, we have to enter the database name over here. That in this cluster, in which particular database we want to add the data. Now to get the database name, I'll just go to the collection section over here. Let's click on browse collection and select the database in which we want to add the gravity form leads. So I have created this database named as real estate lead. And in this database as well, gravity forms, this is the particular collection in which we want to add the data. So I'll just copy the name of the database and paste it over here in this connection string after .NET/ and before the question mark. So in this way, in the connection string, we have to enter the username and password of our cluster and the database name in which we want to enter the data. And after updating all the details in the connection string, let's click on save. And as we click on save, we will see our MongoDB account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us for the collection name. That in this particular database which we have connected, that was real estate leads, it is most likely possible that you might have created multiple collections. So in which particular collection we want to add the data. So we want to add the data in this collection named as gravity forms. So I'll just enter the same collection name over here. Then it is asking us for the custom JSON or custom data. Now, if you are getting some data in JSON format, in JSON body, you can enter the same JSON body. Or you can basically enter the data which you want to add in MongoDB in JSON format like this as well and create the JSON body over here. Or what you can do to simplify things, if you don't have any experience creating the JSON and it is a bit technical for you, in that case, what you can do, you can just go to this custom data section, turn this mapping button on and clear the default response. And after that, all the details, all the data of a form submission which we have received from Gravity Forms, one by one, we have to basically mention the label or the key for all of these details over here in this field over here. So here in custom data, what are the details? What are the key values which we want to add in MongoDB? Like we want to add a name. And after them, we want to add the email address. So we'll add comma, write email. Then we'll write mobile number over here. Then we'll write budget. Then we'll write property type. And city. So these are the details which we are getting from Gravity Form responses. Let's check the form once again that if we are missing on any fields. So what are the fields which we have added? We have added name, email, phone number, property type, budget range, and city. So these six details we want to add from Gravity Form responses in MongoDB. Now, after basically entering these keys, after labeling everything separated by commas, as you click outside this box over here, you can see that all of these keys are added as fields over here. So we have all the 6 fields which we have mentioned over here. And now what you can do, instead of creating a JSON body from the scratch, you can basically map the data, map the responses from the Gravity Forms rep over here in the respective field. Like we have the first field of name over here. So we have received the first name and the last name from Gravity Form responses in the trigger step. So here from the trigger step responses, we are going to map the response of first name and last name in this MongoDB action step. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field of name, and here from the drop down from Gravity Form responses, select the response of first name and it will be mapped. Then just add a space and select and map the last name as well. So in this way, instead of creating a whole JSON body from the scratch, you can just mention the fields, mention the labels over here, and then basically map the data into their respective fields. After mapping the name, let's follow the same process for email. Click here from the drop down, search for the response of email, select it, and it will be mapped. Then let's map the mobile number as well. Here it is, the response of mobile number. Then let's map the budget. Then the property type as well. So we have selected it apartment and the city too. So from the drop down, let's select the response of city and map it. So in this way, all the details of a new form submission which we have received from Gravity Forms are now mapped over here. After mapping all of these details, just click on Save and Send Test Request. And as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we are going to receive some response over here. And the response is received. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, this data is now added in MongoDB. So let's check it. We'll just go to MongoDB and refresh this page once. And yes, here you can see that in our MongoDB database, the same database which we have mentioned in the connection string and the same collection whose name we have entered over here in this collection name field, in the same collection in the same database, the form responses from Gravity Forms are added. We have the same name, same email address, same phone number, same budget, same property type, and same city as well. This means the automation workflow between Gravity Forms and MongoDB is working perfectly fine. Now after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once in real time. For that, we'll go back to the form which we have created in Gravity Forms and we are going to make another form submission. This time the name of the person is test user, this is the email address of the user, and this is the dummy mobile number which we are using. This time the preferred property type is for example a villa, the budget range is 200,000 plus and the city is for example Mumbai. Let's click on submit. So what we have done, just now we made a form submission in Gravity Forms. And as we receive this form submission, we will see instantly within seconds, the same data will be added in MongoDB. So we will just go to MongoDB, refresh this page once. And yes, here you can see that instantly within seconds, the same form responses are added. We have the name, email address, mobile number, budget, and property type. We have the same data. Test user, the same email, same mobile number, same budget, and same property type. This means this automation which we have created using Pabbly Connect, we have tested this automation and it is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same automation workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can just do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.